I don't want Elle and Miles together. I'm Liz #1 defender. If Liz has no defenders, I'm dead. And then Elle and Liz. It's so beautiful. I love it. Like, oh my god. Hello, my name is Angel Irizarry. If you're new here, we basically just talk about whatever I want on this channel. And today we're going to be talking about the prequel to Legally Blonde, Elle on Amazon Prime. Starring Lexi minetree. I don't know. We're wearing a crown in honor of Elle, but honestly, it hurts. It hurts a little bit, so let's see how long I can stick through. Elle follows the story of Elle Woods in high school, where she moves from LA to Seattle, which is a big culture shock for her. And it's another fish out of water story, which is a big criticism of the show, but I love the show. If I'm looking at my phone, it's because I have like little notes that I wrote to myself as I was watching the show. The first thing I wanted to talk about is the acting and chemistry with the characters. Elle is so perfectly casted. She's Elle Woods. If you told me that Lexi Minetree was a cloned younger version of Reese Witherspoon in Legally Blonde, I don't think that I would disagree at all. I would just say that makes sense. It does. She is Elle Woods. She looks like her. Her tone of voice is the same. The way she walks, I saw her discuss it in a video. She is just the cutest thing.
What is one Elle Woods mannerism that you were like, I really gotta nail this down?
I think her walk.
I knew
is a big one.
So
so especially when she's like determined or something, she kind of has this like.
She is Elle Woods. If anyone thinks that she is not Elle Woods, oh my goodness, you're wrong. You're just wrong. There was no one better to play Elle Woods. I love the casting because everyone on set has chemistry. The only person I would say, and I think everyone would agree, that does not have a chemistry together is Elle and Miles. Is that his name? Miles, because he runs, I guess. They have platonic chemistry. I don't see them as a romantic couple. My favorite relationship in the show is 1000% Elle and her mother.
Our roots. I hope it's a choice.
It is the sweetest darn thing. I love it when her mom is like, do you know who you are? You're Elle Woods. You're a Gemini.
What if I really am the vapid LA girl they all think I am? You know who you are? You're a Gemini.
Yeah, she is a Gemini. I love it. I love the way that the mom's character is written, the way that she shares an awkward moment with Shannon, I believe is a friend's name, with Shannon's mom, and the mom compares the mom's discrimination to her husband's nose job and then needing to leave town. The scene is so awkward and terrible. It is so funny. This show has just made me feel like such a teen girl. After I watched the show, I looked up the actresses, Chandler, Kinney, who plays Kimberly, and Gabrielle Pelisano? I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but the actress who plays Liz. I love that when I went on their TikTok, they're so happy, they're making TikToks together, or when you see them in interviews, they're so happy together and they're so stinking cute. When I see actors in interviews, it is a reminder of it's primarily the reason why I wanted to become an actress. When I was younger and I was watching Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, and Caleb McLaughlin, Peyton Matarazzo, Sadie Sink, all of them in a panel together, and they were just the cutest thing. Little 11-year-old me was like, I just want friends like that. And to see that the girls in the show and behind the scenes that just adore each other, it is the sweetest stinking thing. I want to talk about the ships now. Our main love triangle is Elle, Dustin, and Miles. Okay? I don't want Elle and Miles together. Everyone's gonna say, okay, well, she gets with the guy in the movie, so obviously it's not endgame. And I'm only talking about the show. I am not talking about the movie at all. Elle and Dustin just make sense. Oh my god, they're so stinking cute together. This whole show has a opposites attract thing going on. It is the sweetest. I love it. I love Elle and Dustin. What I am scared about is what's gonna happen is, like in every other coming of age romance, YA romance, the girl ends up choosing the white guy because they always use a black guy as the other love interest to boost the relationship with the white guy. My mom's calling. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm alright.
All right. Love you. Bye. What was I saying? Oh, I'm worried that Dustin is gonna be the guy into All the Boys I Loved Before, and it makes me so sad. I don't want that. I want Elle to get with the black guy. I want Elle, it's not crazy to say that, but I've watched so many. I feel like there's more examples. There has to be more examples than To All the Boys I Loved Before. I'm so tired of shows or media using black people as like why is there always a black best friend? Why can't the black main character be the one that gets a guy in the end? I don't know. I'm bored. Like, but if we want to talk about unlikely ships, because I actually prefer this over Dustin and Elle. Elle and Liz, dude, okay. I don't care what anyone has to say. Elle and Liz have the most chemistry.
I'm Elle. What?
I know that Chandler, Kinney, and Gabrielle are just the cutest thing, talking about how they shipped each other. It's so cute. I ship Liz and Elle. What is their ship name? Lel. That's really bad. Wait, I'm gonna look up their ship name. I don't know, but I did just find an article about Gabrielle speaking on Liz and Elle. Let's read a little bit of it. It is not in the text that Elle and Liz have a romantic vibe, but I think I unintentionally may have given the impression that I'm in love with her. Every time I thought I was looking at her with wry amusement and endearingness, I was looking at her in a flirty way. Watching it back, I was like, my storytelling was really interesting here. This is from Elite Daily. I ship Elle and Liz over Liz and Kimberly and Elle and Dustin. It's like Nana. I never finished Nana, but the intro, dude, the intro is Liz and Elle, bro. It's so unlikely, obviously. And I never really ship Liz and Kim that much because, I don't know, I understand Kimberly's story, but Liz deserves better than that. I'm Liz #1 defender. If Liz has no defenders, I'm dead. I'm actually dead. I love Elle with this opposites attract trope, if you can't tell. Elle and Dustin over Elle and Miles any day. And then Elle and Liz. Like, oh my god, like, oh my god, they're so... And another thing I love about the show, as a reader, I love all the tropes in the show, and I listed them, all the romance tropes. So let's listen. Boy next door, enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, fake dating for 5 seconds, and the opposites attract. Wait, what was friends to lovers? I guess it might be Elle and Miles, friends to lovers. And then the camp romance trope, like, oh wow. There's so many things happening. And it doesn't feel like there's a lot going on. It doesn't. It's well thought out. The script is good. The script flows. I feel like I have an understanding of all the characters. It's good. It's well paced. It's not rushed. It's good. I like that they're 40, 50 minutes long, the episodes. I loved every minute of it. Oh yeah, and that takes me to the plot. So, I love the storyline. Sometimes the dialogue makes it sound a bit too modern for my liking. It's like they're trying to be woke. And I'm not saying that as a, well, I'm not conservative, as you clearly saw with me being frustrated a few minutes ago. I don't want that. I want Elle to get with the black guy. I want Elle, and it's like, it's not crazy to say that. I'm not saying that with talking about Liz or the you're a Gemini thing. I think the Gemini thing was something that would be said. I think the mom's dialogue is probably the most well written because it's the most out of touch. I don't know. I cannot think of a moment right now to specifically speak on, but there's sometimes just, oh, I can think of one. Maybe I haven't seen much 90s films. The moment where Liz's mom tells her about her fear of abandonment and things like that. Not that that's like a new woke modern term, but I think it was less likely for us to hear something like that in 95. That's probably not the best example. I'm sure there's better words, but I think you can understand what I'm saying, where they try to appeal so much to a younger audience by using not new age terms, but it feels a little like a TikTok script. It takes me out of it. The show relies too much on brands or references to tell people that it's 1995. I know it's 1995 because you said it. Not because you're referencing Blockbuster, not because you're doing all these things with your videotapes, not because you all have the phone like that. I know it's 95. It feels like I can tell that it was filmed now, if that makes sense. When you watch Stranger Things, it is the 80s. Nothing about it feels modern. I don't know, insert clip here. It's Stranger Things. It's in the 80s, you know? I'm not talking about the camera quality. It doesn't feel like the 90s. And we're at a point where 90s is a period piece, right? I think so. So we need to be doing things that show the audience and not tell the audience that it's the 90s, which entails better costuming. One of the most glaring examples that I can think of is the first episode. Elle's pajamas are, I think, a crop top, a hoodie, and shorts. That is something we would see someone today wearing as pajamas. In the 90s, I think pajama sets were more in, right? I'm thinking Cher, Clueless. I looked her up. There were 2 photos that I saw of her wearing a pajama set. Elle Woods would have been a pajama set girly. She's rich. She would have been put together. She would have been all cutesy. I don't think she's the type to just throw anything on as pajamas or house clothes. Maybe a matching loungewear set. I can see that. It doesn't feel like the 90s. Sometimes she wears outfits that look too reminiscent of Mean Girls, the movie, the musical. It's not like the outfits look cheap and tacky like they did in Mean Girls, the movie, the musical. They look modern. They look so modern. Now, if the show wasn't set in the 90s, I can get by it. The outfits are reminiscent of newer coming of age YA romance. Can I use YA for movies, or is that only a book thing? Someone let me know. I'm gonna keep using YA. I don't know if it's the show. It's YA, it's young adult. I think Elle could be styled a bit differently. Of course, she's young and still figuring out her personal style. I loved in the scene where she's trying to dress more conservatively and she's wearing the turtleneck and that dress, it looks bad. It's not ugly, it just looks bad. And she wore that outfit because Kimberly wrote slut on her locker, so she was trying to dress more. She was trying to cover up a little more. Before Elle even said she was dressing like that to cover up, I was like, that is so ugly. Elle would never wear that. And then I was like, oh, I see why they did that. So I think it was good. You can tell that Elle still does have a sense of personal style. The costumes are not bad. I love her outfits. I love Lexi Minitree's outfits on the press tour. I love all they're just so, oh my god, they're so cute. I love them. They're the cutest girls. I'm a little parasocial. Well, okay, no, I'm not even gonna use the term parasocial. I think it's a girlhood thing. Like, aw. I want to do a show and make people be like, aw. I will say though that talking about the 90s and the references, the best reference that it just felt like the 90s was the Breakfast Club episode. They need to get themselves in detention so that they could be in the school on the weekend, and it's basically the Breakfast Club, the different kids meeting each other, they're working together like unlikely friends, the forced proximity. That episode was so well done. I love every second of it. I like that they hinted that they were inspired by it because they do show, they have a moment where they see the poster and they're like, but the episode, it was so its own thing. It was so well done. I love the cinematography. I love the shots. I love the dialogue. I love the direction. It was just so good. And then them finding out that Elle didn't even pie the teacher in the face. It was the cutest episode. Oh, and then I said no coming of age films or shows hit the same anymore. I love Mean Girls. I love The Breakfast Club. I love Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I love Legally Blonde. We don't make enough movies like that anymore. This could be a whole video in itself. There's no teen media. There's no teen magazines. There's no teen shows. Everyone just goes straight from Shimmer and Shine to Euphoria. There's some cursing in Elle. It's a young adult, it's a teen show. Reminds me of To All the Boys I Loved Before. Ginny and George is more adult, honestly. I think the message that it sends out about female friendships is so important. I haven't mentioned her. Hold on. Jessica Belkin as Madison. Madison and Elle were friends before Elle moved to LA, and of course long distance friendships are hard, especially in the 90s where you can't just FaceTime your friend. They have a bit of a falling out in one episode. They come back together. We don't see enough shows talk about female friendships in a positive light. I think a lot of shows put women apart, and I guess it's kind of ironic for me to be saying that because Liz and Kimberly are often disrespectful and rude to Elle, which I do find it a little bit. I need to move, my legs are getting sleepy. Liz and Kimberly can often be very disrespectful towards Elle, but in the end they come back. I think when everyone turned their back on Elle again after Elle did the funeral, Shannon came back talking about, "You kissed my ex-boyfriend." Oh my god, I was so irritated. The girls, they always come back to each other. Elle is the girl's girl, especially in Legally Blonde. But when Madison and Elle have their little falling out, they're mad at each other for 5 seconds, but they come right back to each other. When Elle finds out that Madison and Dustin made out, Elle was upset, but then Madison, she apologized to her. She said that, of course, she wanted to make Elle a little bit upset, but really what she prioritizes is her friendship. And Elle chose to forgive her. And I don't think that her friend had ill intentions. I think that Madison is truly a genuine friend. Elle and Madison are locked, and you don't see that in shows anymore. Look at Cassie and Maddie in Euphoria. The whole friend group in Ginny and Georgia, they're so mean to that one girl. Why can't we have good female friendships? That is one of my favorite things about this show. The connections with the women on and off set. It's so beautiful. I love it. I also love Elle's character in the show. It's so well written. I moved from New York to a small town in Florida, and watching the scene where her mom redid the bedroom for her and she just started crying. Oh, that scene I paused the scene and texted my mom, come watch this. It was so cute. Lexi Minetree and the script itself just does a really good job of capturing what it's like to move. I've moved a lot in my life, and Elle is such a relatable character for me, feeling constantly out of place. You know, actually on my first day when I moved to Florida, I wore a hot pink tracksuit. I didn't have the best experience when I first moved. Everyone was kind of mean to me. You know, some people liked me. I mean, middle school is hard enough as it is. I didn't really have a good experience. I understand Elle. She would be so popular in LA. When she moves to Seattle, all of a sudden she's doing everything wrong, but she's doing everything right to be liked. She tries to fit in. They make fun of her Nirvana shirt. All they do is call her a poser, and it's like she's trying so hard to do it right. It's so disheartening because you see that in yourself, you know? It's nice that when Elle finally starts to fit in is when she embraces what makes her different. When she's saying, I'm just a girl at the pool party. And Liz and Elle are so similar. I love how Liz shapes Elle's character so much, and that's why I ship Liz and Elle the most. One of my favorite examples of friendship is Elle shows up to the pool party, but there's no water in the pool, so it's not actually a pool party. She gets herself locked up in Kimberly's room. Elle calls Liz. Liz doesn't pick up, goes to voicemail. Elle is on the voicemail saying, she explains the situation that she's in Kimberly's room and she would really like Liz's help to go get her spare clothes or something like that. Elle recalls when Liz asks Elle, why do you like me? Because Liz legit felt like she was being pranked, and Elle's like, I like you because you're not afraid to be yourself, that you're unapologetically you, things like that. Liz's mom convinces Liz to go help out Elle. Liz arrives to the pool party empty-handed with all the clothes. Elle is freaking out, but Liz is like, you said that you admired my individuality. That is the first step to like becoming more confident, something like that. Definitely not exactly that, but it was so heartwarming to see Liz and Elle connect. Elle is just so kind-hearted. It hurts so much to see how they mistreat her throughout the show because she's not malicious. She's just her. But that is just the sweetest moment to me. Elle and Liz bonding. It is so cute. I love them. Oh. The only point that I missed that I wanted to talk about was going back to the 90s. I think something that could also make it feel more period is the color grading. This is not just regarding this show. I think it's an issue with several shows. Color grading, it's so corporate. The only time that I've seen this corporate color grading work is in Severance. I love Severance. Severance is one of the best shows out right now. Please watch Severance on Apple TV if you haven't. That's because Severance takes place in an office. Obviously, the video quality isn't going to be the same as Legally Blonde in the 90s, but look at Elle the show and look at Legally Blonde. It's so different. Actually, look at any show now and put it side by side next to any 90s or 80s film. The Devil Wears Prada, the lighting, I don't understand it. I hate it. I hate this look of fluorescence. It's so boring. It washes out your characters, and it sucks because the costumers do such a good job in Elle of making Elle stand out amongst a sea of cool toned colors, and then you have Elle in her hot pinks and looking all cute, standing out, whatever. But the color grading just makes her blend in. Obviously cannot blend in a hot pink and a sea of blacks, but it's so washing. I hate it. I'm going to put a clip of Elle and then color grade it. But that's just not an issue with only this show, so I'm not gonna say like it's one of the things like that I hate about it and makes it absolutely unwatchable, because that is just not true. There's so many positives to the show. I love it. My only two criticisms of the show are the fact that the costuming could be done a little more period, and the color grading is awful. But the color grading has to do with every show in the entertainment industry right now. I don't understand it. Abbott Elementary is actually color graded well. I love Abbott. Watch Abbott if you haven't. In conclusion, if you're a girly girl, if you feel like an outcast, or if you're still trying to figure out yourself, please watch Elle. If you're looking for a coming of age, beautiful, bubbly girl series, Elle is the show. Female friendships, womanhood, empowerment, self-identity, self-discovery. Watch Elle. Elle does what Legally Blonde did in the 90s for the 2020s. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I am anxiously awaiting season 2. I'm so excited. I want to work on this show somehow. I don't know how, but those women just look like they're having so much fun. It's so, it makes my heart happy. If you haven't yet, go watch Elle on Amazon Prime. Tell me what you think in the comments, because I would love to know, even if it's anything negative. I'm always here to listen. Like and subscribe if you love me.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?